Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video here for you, a little bit out of the usual, though I don't have anything in front of me from the thrift shops, which is kind of interesting, but I'm going to get into this pretty quickly here. One of the things that I started off with here is I did a trade with Sprooch Game Hunting. If you haven't checked out his channel, I'll put links down below. This trade had been going on for a while. We actually had a couple of games in mind, and then he found one very recently, I think. So he only really wanted one of the games that was in the original trade, so I ended up trading him for something I saw in one of his pickup videos. But I would really check out his channel if you guys get a chance to, just because it's really amazing. He does like that live footage kind of, live footage kind of stuff from flea markets and thrift shops and all that kind of thing. So really interesting. I enjoy those because you get to see sort of what people are finding and how they find it out in the wild. So that kind of idea. But this is the game that he sent me, so pretty awesome. Got a little note right here. Let's see. It says, "Thanks for the trade, enjoy the game." So little note right there, and something that has been mildly on my wish list, not anything crazy. I gotta get it out of here. He's got it like in this bubble wrap thing, so very well wrapped, but I gotta kind of get this out of here. There we go. And it's Lunar Legend on GBA. I don't know if that's gonna focus very well, but yeah, Lunar Legend. So pretty cool right there. Thank you very much for that trade, man. It's in excellent condition, and hopefully I'll get around to playing this one pretty soon, because I really enjoyed beefing up my GBA collection. So really nice right there. The next thing I got was absolutely free. This came from a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in a very long time, but I was visiting my father recently. Went back to my hometown, visiting my father, and before I went down there, I set it up so he could come on over, because we were sort of, my father's got like a pool and all this kind of stuff in his backyard, and it's very hot here, so it was kind of a nice reprise from all the heat kind of thing. But the first night we went down, I invited some people over for a barbecue and swim and all that kind of thing, and he brought this over. Actually sent me a message just before he was coming over, and he asked me if I had any of these in my collection. He had a bunch of different games there, and I said, oh, I would really like to get my hands on this one, and he said, yeah, here you go, you can have it. So some games that he used to have, and that is this one's Xenosaga, and that's episode 1, so that's pretty awesome right there. I just saw the who was it? I think it was STC Pod. I think Bill from STC Pod picked up the guide for this one, so I've got the game here. So if you're thinking of any future gifts there, Bill, you know exactly what I might be after. But really cool there, and this is in like super minty shape. The person who gave this to me, his name's Stu, but he's actually a friend of mine from way back in the day. He has a YouTube channel that deals with D&D type figurines, like Warhammer, D&D, a variety of different things like that. And you should check out his channel if you're interested in any of that. He does like a lot of paintings, unboxings of new sets, putting together of the models, those kind of things. So really cool channel. It's Red Versa. I'll put links down below to that as well, because you know I always do, and I need to shout somebody out. So thanks a lot, Stu, for the Xenosaga game. Really appreciate it. Moving on from there, I picked up something for my Switch. Now this isn't one of the Pro controllers or anything like that, but it is a type of Pro controller for the Switch, but it's like one of those knockoff kind of things. And it has that same design to it, except for these two are switched. And it's just like a third-party kind of controller. Box came is a little bit crushed, but I can't remember what I paid for that. I think it was like 20 some odd dollars, which I just really wanted to have a second controller so I could play with my son. This particular controller here doesn't have amiibo support, which isn't a big deal to me. I think it's also missing Rumble, but again, not really a big deal for me. Not a deal breaker, just something I wanted to get so that, you know, we could play a couple of games together. So really cool right there. And then this is something that I got as well. This is one of these extension cords for like the NES Classic or the Super Nintendo Classic. So I bet you know what's coming next, but there you go right there. And at the same time, I picked up this. So I actually got one of each. on different occasions. Are pretty awesome to be able to get these at retail. This one here, I actually just walked into an EB Games, the NES Classic. I walked into an EB Games and they just had a stack of them. Luckily, I must have just showed up at the exact right time, so picked that up without hesitation. Glad I waited, didn't pay scalper prices for that, because you know people were asking some ridiculous prices for this. Just be patient. I'm telling you, go to your stores, just check them. Recheck them, talk to the people that work there, find out when they're coming in or anything like that, even though they didn't really know when these came in, kind of thing. Well, at least that's what they told me at the store. But when I walked in, they had a whole ton of them. So they are out there. Do not pay scalper prices for these. To do with the second one, it was Amazon Prime Day, and my wife was looking at this. I actually went to play some hockey. It was on Tuesday night, and she messaged me and said that she bought one of these at retail on Amazon. So it was actually a retail price for it. By the time I got home, actually the price had gone back up to, I don't know, like 120 something Canadian shipped. So really nice that she was able to score this at the regular kind of price, whatever it was, like $100 or whatever it is Canadian. I can't remember what she paid for this, but she paid the correct price. Again, didn't pay the scalper prices or like the Amazon reseller price, paid the actual price for this. So that's really awesome right there. Glad to have both of these for the collection now. Just got to get a chance to actually unbox these and get them plugged in and check it all out. But that's everything I got for you this time around. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.